so I'm here to do a review of the Kyshadow Bronze Eyeshadow Palette. I was really debating for a while whether or not to do this review because some people are bashing it, and after I got it, I found out about the Shanna palette. At first, I heard about the Shanna palette. I was like, oh, come on, guys, it can't be that similar. And then I saw the palette, and I was like, oh shoot. But I bought the palette, so we're doing this review. I thought maybe some people would want to know whether it was worth the money or not. Honestly, I almost stopped filming this tutorial because it wasn't off to a great start at first with these eyeshadows, but I'm going to do a comparison between this palette and the Morphe 35O palette. Please don't attack me. I'm not being endorsed. I bought this with my own money. I wouldn't have spent $40 on this eyeshadow palette unless I wanted to like it, obviously. So in no way am I trying to bash anybody. I really wanted to like this eyeshadow palette. I mean, I love the Kylie liquid lipsticks. I love them. I think they're awesome. So with that in mind, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna swatch them out for you. To be honest, I don't know, based on what I saw with this tutorial, I'm not so sure that this review is gonna be awesome. I didn't get this palette for free. This is what I bought, and yeah. So this is the packaging that it comes in. Blah. It's nice. I like it. I don't pay 40 bucks for packaging, so it's going out of the way. I do like this though, but again, not paying 40 bucks for a little hologram postcard. What I paid for was hopefully some nice quality shadows. I like the packaging. I really do. But when it comes down to what really matters to me, it's quality of the product. So these are the shadows that this palette came with. And to be honest, if you have warm browns or anything that kind of looks like this and you like those shadows, I can guarantee you that those shadows will do just what these shadows can do, if not more. Trying to be as nice as possible because I don't want to be rude. I don't want to bash people, but I do want to be honest. And what I found with these shadows is, I'll tell you my favorites off the bat before I swatch them. My favorites are this one, and this one. These by far are the most pigmented and give you the most color when you put your brush in the eyeshadow. Now, I wasn't a fan of any of these, and the black I felt didn't blend well with the other ones. Like I said, I'm trying to be nice. These ones I did not like. It's definitely not what I thought it was going to be. Other than I love these two shadows. I think these two shadows are great. When putting them on my eyes, I felt like they did not blend well, especially when you combine the two together. And this eyeshadow makeup look that I did is only with the Kylie products. I didn't try blending anything else, and they did not blend well. The orange, this orange one, barely stayed on. It showed a little bit, but then when I went to blend out my eyeshadow, it just looked like it completely had fallen off. The shimmers, they don't show up at all. Like, I didn't even know what to do with them to try and work with them. And that's with using a primer and everything to make it stay like I usually do. Now, with that being said, I did do this look, and I think this look is great, especially with the eyeliner. I actually love the way that my makeup turned out. But I feel like my overall consensus with this palette is, if you're trying to save money, I wouldn't recommend this palette at all. For 40 bucks, it is totally not worth it, especially when you have something like the 35O palette or the Shanna palette. But those palettes are 20 bucks and like 14 bucks. Those are palettes that you can spend money on and feel okay not liking them. I feel like if you spend 10 bucks and you go, oh, whatever, it was 10 bucks, you know. But I feel like when you spend 40 bucks, it's like you expect something high quality, especially when you have companies like Makeup Geek and Morphe who make affordable products but that are also high quality. It leaves you questioning when you buy a $40 palette and then get something in the mail and try it and you're like, why did I buy this? It really leaves me questioning why this palette was 40 bucks. If I had to give this a grade, I'd probably give it a C, to be quite honest. It's getting hot in here because I'm being honest. You know, it was average. It'd be something that I expect in a drugstore product, but I feel like drugstore products are totally stepping up their game, and this doesn't even live up to that quality. So while I loved the three shades, the three matte shades that I showed you, those are great, but again, I wouldn't pay $40 for a palette of 9 shadows to only use 3 of them. To be honest, I probably won't ever use this palette again, which sucks because I bought this and hate to feel like $40 went to waste, but that's how I feel about it. I love Kylie's lip kits. You've seen me use them. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know that I've used them in a bunch of other tutorials. I think those are great. And like I said, I'm not trying to bash anybody. I almost stopped filming because my eyeshadow just wasn't blending and I felt like I had to keep going back in with more color and try and blend it out. And I feel like eyeshadows shouldn't be that difficult to work with. I hate to be this honest, but it's like if there's somebody out there that is strapped for cash but really wants this palette but isn't sure and is unknowing and they watch this video and they go, oh man, I'm not gonna buy it, then job done, because I'm hoping somebody doesn't buy this when they're strapped for cash. It's not living up to my expectation, guys, and I'm sorry. By the way, if you are strapped for cash, you could get the Shanna palette and the Morphe 35O palette and it still won't equate to the amount that the Kylie palette is costing. So if you want to save the money, get the Morphe 35O and the Shanna palette, try out both and see which one you like. I'm gonna take the closest shades in this is the Morphe 35O palette. These shades, I'm gonna take the closest ones that I can match to this. Okay, so this is the Morphe. You can probably already see how they're a little bit more pigmented, but if you notice with the Kylie shadow, how when I dusted it off, how it just fades like that, that's gonna be the fallout on your eyeshadow. But if you look at the Morphe one, it's smooth and consistent all the way across as I swiped. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch all of them. I hope you can see it. So like I said, this one, and I hope it's not too blurry either, this brown is my favorite. That one you can see the most, has the most pigment. That one and that one are my favorites. And those are the ones I used in this tutorial. Morphe 35O palette doesn't have a black, so I'm not gonna swatch the Morphe one, but so here we go. Kylie shadows, Morphe shadows. One obviously looks more pigmented than the other, and I think it's the Morphe ones. They're consistent. Look at how they're smooth all the way across, and this one looks splotchy. Like it'll start to fall out a little bit, and that's what I experienced when I started putting them on my eyes. And for the Kylie shadows, I had to press pretty hard to get these swatches out, and these ones I didn't. You won't be able to see the lighter shades because of my lighting, but that's the difference. I think the difference is pretty obvious to me. I hope it shows on the lighting, but that's what I did. Like I said with the Kylie shadow, these two were my favorite, and they are this one and this one, and that's what I did to create this look. So if you have the Morphe palette, you can also do this look, are pretty much the only ones you need to concern yourself with. I think it's the only ones that made this eye look even halfway decent. So I would do this one, and then this one I think is what I would pretty much use, and then this one. So if you want to watch how I did this look and you don't have the Kyshadow palette, you can do it with the Morphe palette using those 4 shades I just showed you. So let me know what you guys think. Give me a big thumbs up if you like this video. Comment or give me questions. I'll answer them. I think that's it. No big exciting sign off today. Just watch this tutorial that I do. Let me know what you think. I will talk to you guys later and see you guys soon. All right, bye.
Hey guys, so we're just going to go ahead and get started. I'm starting off by priming my eyes with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer like I do in every single video. And for the transition shade, I'm going to use that shadow right there. And just my normal, I go in with my Laura Mercier brush and I just kind of dust that all over my eye. And this was okay for a transition shade, but since I told you I was going to only use this palette, I felt like I had to use something. But then I'm going in with Scotch tape and just putting that on my eye. And then I'm going in with that orange in the dead center and just taking a MAC White Goat Hair brush. This is the 222 brush and just dusting it slightly above my crease. And then I go in with a black synthetic fluffy brush and just kind of buff it out. But like I told you, the orange didn't stay very well. So now I'm going in with that whiter shade, and I'm actually going to use this on my lid, and I'm going about halfway in, and I'm not going farther above my crease, and just packing that color in. And then I'm going in with that brown, that lighter brown on the bottom row, and I'm just taking a MAC 217 brush and just packing that color in on the outer corner of my lid, about halfway in. And then for now I'm just packing in that color really well, and then I'm going to go out and blend it with another brush. But because these shadows don't blend well, and because a lot of product falls off, I really have to pack that color in. But now I'm going in with the Morphe M433 brush and just going in sweeping motions back and forth and back and forth. And I had to cut a lot out of this, you guys. I spent a lot of time trying to blend in that shadow and then packing it back in. But then I go in with that darker shade and that same brush, and I go in and pack in that color on the outer corner of my lid. This time a little bit more out than the brown. I don't go as far in as I did with the lighter brown. And I'll just pack in that color, and then I'll go in with the M433 again, and I'll just pack that, or I'm sorry, I will just blend that color out as much as I can. And like I said, I'm including as much as I can, but I'm trying to make this video short for you guys, so I had to cut a lot out of this process. Then I go back in with that white, and I just pack in that color on the inner corner of the lid. And then I tried to dust more of that orange on, but I felt like every time I just kept blending it out, it just kept falling off. But I did what I could. But then I'm going to take that black and just a tiny brush, and I'm just going to create like a tiny little V on the outside of my eye just to add a little bit of dimension. I tried this out, and the black just wasn't blending very well. I felt like it was stuck in its place, but then it would move and get splotchy in weird spots, so I did what I could. Now I'm going in with the Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner, and I'm also going to leave this short. If you want to see how I did my winged liner, you can look at any of my other videos. I pretty much do them the same, and just making a nice pretty wing. And don't worry about the color or it showing up, because I'm going to go back with another liner later. Now I'm going in with the No. 7 Boots Protect and Perfect Advanced Serum and just putting that on my face as a base. And then I go in with the MAC Pro Longwear Foundation. I'm mixing two colors because I'm in between tan-ish, tanner than I usually am, and light. So I'm just mixing the two on my hand, and then I'm going in with the Morphe M439 foundation brush, and then I just go through and I blend it out. And then we'll probably just speed this up just a little bit. And then I'll do my nose and my chin, my cupid's bow, and my all over my forehead, even though I'm going in with concealer and contour on the top. But I dab just the lightest amount of foundation that I can with this foundation specifically, put little dots all over my face, and then I'll go through and blend it with that Morphe brush. But I went in already with the MAC Pro Color Correcting Cream in the color Pure Orange and put it under my eye. And then I go in with the Urban Decay 24/7 Concealer Pencil and just put it a little bit under my eye. I don't go all the way out like I'm going to go in with the other concealer. And I'll take a damp beauty blender and just dab under my eye, and the beauty blender will do the work for me as always. I love my beauty blenders. And then I'm going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. This is the color Light. And this time I'm going to put it all under my eye and then go up as well, like you can see in that upside down triangle shape that I do. And then I'm going to do my forehead, my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin. And then I'll go through with the beauty blender again, and same damp beauty blender, and dab it all over my face. And I start with my under eyes, and I will blend out the under eyes, and then I will go through and also do the forehead and the top of my nose, and then my cupid's bow and my chin. Or in this case, the reverse. So the chin, the cupid's bow, the nose, and the forehead. And then to set the under eyes, I will go through with the MAC Care Blend Concealer. This is the color Light Plus, I think. Or it's just light. I'm pretty sure it's just light plus. And just take a big concealer brush and dab it under my eye. Now I'm going in with that orange, and you see there's so much dust, not dust, there's so much product that has been kicking up. You see me squinting my eyes like it hurts. It's because it did. And I took a pencil brush and I just sweeped it underneath my eyes, and then I go through with a black, this is a MAC Eye Kohl, this is Smolder, and just line my waterline. Because then I'm going in with a flat definer brush and taking that darker brown shade and just tightly putting a tight line under my lash line. And then I'm going to go in with that same pencil brush and that brown you see right there. And then I'm just going to buff out that darker brown. And this took less time, I think, to blend out than it did on my top, on my eyelid. This took just a shorter amount of time to do. But I just went back and forth, and you literally just with that pencil brush sweep it back and forth until you get the look that you want. Now I'm going in with, this is the MAC Full Coverage Foundation. This is obviously not my shade, and I think I put way too much on by accident. But then I'm going in, this is a MAC, one of those MAC Oval 3 brush, and I'm literally just sweeping it back and forth to blend out that cream and to contour my face. And we're going to speed it up again. And yes, I ended up having to go through with the Beauty Blender and moving all of that product out because I put too much on. Now I'm going in with the Benefit Hoola Bronzer and this Laura Mercier contouring brush that I love, and just putting it where I put that cream on top of it and just kind of blending it out a little bit more. And then I'm going to go in with the Rockateur blush. This is the Benefit Rockateur blush, and just putting it on the apples of my cheeks. And then I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier translucent powder like I always do, and the same damp Beauty Blender, and putting it under my eyes, and then lightly packing it under the contour that I made, just under it. And then today I'm going to put it on my forehead and on the top of my nose and my Cupid's bow. And then I'm going to dust it off where I usually dust it off, on the apples of my cheeks. And then I'm not going to show you too much of my brows, again, because I want to make this video as quick as I can for you, in case you were just watching it for the Kylie shadows and don't really care about how I'm doing my brows. That is what I'm doing. And then after, what I'll usually do is just take a fluffy brush and dust off that excess product from the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and you will notice a difference in some of that product will set as your face naturally oxidizes and gets warmer. It'll keep some of that product on. But then I'll take some of that white from that Kyshadow palette and highlight under on my brow bone. And then I go in with MAC Liquid Lash Liner, and like I told you, I will outline that gel liner that I already did, and this just makes the black more black. And then I'll go in with the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash Mascara and do my lashes. And then I just do the other side. I usually do the mascara on one side after I do the liner, because the liner sometimes gets into my lashes and then my lashes don't separate when I do the mascara. So I do them right after I do the liner because I didn't want the liner to dry. Now I'm going in with Lily Lashes. These are the Lush lashes. And I love these lashes. I love any of the Lily lashes. I think they're comfortable, they're wearable, they're so pretty, and I adore them. And then what I'll usually do once I let that dry is I'll go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit palette. I'm going in with Sunburst and Bubbly. And I'll take a little MAC Fix Plus, spray it on the brush after I put on the product. And then for that super awesome highlight, I will put it on, and then I will do the blush again, just so it doesn't look like there's a line of highlighter. And now I'm going in with MAC Soar. And the product I just showed you was the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Lipstick in the shade Catherine. And I think Catherine is stunning. When I bought it, I didn't know what I was going to think, and I put it on, and it has to be one of my favorite shades. I don't own another shade like this, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just going to put that on my lips, all over my pretty lips. And that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if I was a little harsh with the review, but I hope you got something out of it. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and give it that big thumbs up if you like it, and I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching.